Okay, hello, I'm back again. It's been a week since I started the treatment of my Dovii with melafix. Sorry, I had to think for a minute. I was going to say metronidazole, which isn't exactly what I use. So melafix, yes. I use the pond strength melafix for my Dovii to try and fix an eye injury issue that he's been having. Just following him with the camera. Hopefully this isn't so shaky like my last video. Anyway, then the question is, did the medication work? So I treated this guy with the melafix for 7 days straight. He had some kind of an eye injury which appeared to heal on the outside and stayed like a white sort of a mark on the inside of his eye, which is his left eye, which is the eye that was facing us right now, till he turns around. So the question is, did it work? And I'm having trouble answering that question because it's so hard to get him to stay still. As you know, with Ish, you can see he doesn't stay still for long. But I think that it has helped. I don't think it's completely gone, but looking at it, I'd say it's at least 60 or 70% better than it was, which is a good thing because at least I know I'm on the right track. You know, so a few things to take into consideration here, I suppose, is my tank's very large, and he had this injury for a little while before I even did anything to medicate him. Well, as far as actual medication goes, I went down the salt route and water changes route, but you know, those things are good, but they don't always actually cure an issue. Sometimes you've got to use a proper type of a medication, even if it's a natural remedy. But sometimes that natural remedy is what's needed to, you know, actually substantially improve a fish's health if it's got a problem. Yeah, so I wish I could just get him in the right light. See that eye? I'm so sorry about my camera work. But yeah, while I'm filming him, I did a big water change yesterday. I changed about a third of the tank, which, so some people that mightn't be a massive water change, and to me that's pretty average, but you know, we have to pay for our excess water here in Australia, and it does cost a lot. I can't believe in this day and age we have to pay for water at all. I think it's ridiculous. It falls from the sky and it should be for everyone. But anyway, you might have seen then a bit of his eye as he swam by. Yeah, like basically I'm just going to say that a vast improvement has taken place with the medication. So I think the melafix is helping. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold off for a week and just be careful that I don't overfeed him and try and keep the water nice. Just see how it goes, and if it continues to improve naturally on its own, then I won't do anything else. But if it's still an issue in a week or so, I may do the whole treatment process again. But I am happy because I feel that it has definitely helped to some degree. It's really hard to film this bugger, as you know. I also think that I mentioned last video, which was only a week ago, that I'd estimated this guy to be, I think I said about 24 centimetres. But to be honest, he might even be a little more. He might even be 25 or 6. It's a tricky one. One thing I do know though is he's definitely definitely on track to reach the growth rate that I had hoped for in the earlier videos of this guy. Tiny is this fella's name. In the earliest videos of Tiny, I especially think the first video I ever put on YouTube of him, I said that I would estimate by the time he's 12 months old he should be maybe around that 10-inch mark. Well, I think he's pretty close to that already, and I'm still several months out from him being 12 months old. You know, some people think that if their Dovii grows to 12 inches in a year and a half or 2 years, that's really good growth rate. Well, that's not too bad, but I know that they can actually grow a lot quicker than that. In fact, the last few I've had, that first 12 months, you know, they can get, it's potentially up to that 12-inch sort of mark, and you know, but it all comes down to tank size, water quality, food type, you know, all the rest of it. I'm one of those people that I don't just pop food in there and if he doesn't eat it, I just leave it be and let him go hungry for days. I don't do that at all. I, in fact, make sure that he eats what I put in there. If he doesn't eat it, I take it back out after an hour or so. And if he goes off some type of food, I'll try and introduce him to something else. I don't want him going without food for days. Can't grow fish out by starving them. My goal is to grow him to a nice, decent size. I'm always rambling on in my videos about how I love Dovii once they get to that 16, 18-inch mark, and I do. It's, you know, they're just, there's something about a big male Dovii. I think it's quite enjoyable to own and watch and react and see how they, you know, progress as they get older and bigger and more. They get more confident in themselves and more protective of their tank, and it's just a really nice looking species. There's really not anything I don't like about this fish. They're just a cool fish. Anyway, I really hope that video is not shaky. My tank, what can we say? It's quite bare now. As I said, I've taken a lot of things out of it. It's quite bare. This guy, he just likes to bite the bubbles on the surface. That's what he's been doing while we've been watching him. He just likes to bite the bubbles, which is good. That's fine. If he's happy, if he's swimming around and the colours are nice like that and he's being active, then I know he's in good health. So that's good. But yeah, the tank's quite bare now. I've got that one big rock in there. That's a real rock. That rock there probably weighs, oh God, it could weigh 10 kilos just on its own. It's a pretty solid sort of a rock. I think that's all he needs in there right now. If he wants to hide behind it, he can. If he wants to scratch or glance on it, he can. You know, he can't push it around. He's not strong enough. Even when he gets big, I doubt he'll be able to push it around. Yeah, so we'll just see how he goes. But anyway, this was about, you know, updating about the improvement or the lack thereof of his eye. Well, it has improved a lot, and I'm sure in the future I'll refer back to it. Anyway, melafix does work from what I can see. Hasn't completely cured it, but certainly helped. Alright, thanks for watching. This video is way too long already. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.